Hi, I'm Tracy Dial. Thanks for joining us for Richland School District's Focus on Learning. Today I am joined by Superintendent Dr. Rick Schulte. How are you today?
Hello, very good.
Good. Well, we're here to talk about the bonds. We've had a couple of them here at the Richland School District over the last few years, and the 2013 bond, I think it's a good reminder to let people know how much bang they got for their buck.
Yeah, we did an extraordinary job with the 2013 bond. That bond was $98 million in local money, and we got matching money from the state of about $74 million, so we're having $172 million of new construction projects.
That's incredible, and there were quite a few projects on that bond.
Absolutely. We will have finished 5 elementary schools, a middle school, the visitor site of Fran Risch Stadium, new HVAC system at Chief Joe, so a lot of different projects.
And a lot of them, there's a whole new design process going along with these schools, isn't there?
You know, the 5 elementary school, or 4 of the 5 elementary schools were done in the same design. So we did a prototypical design so that Marcus Whitman, Lewis and Clark, Sacagawea, and Jefferson are all one design. Orchard is a different design because we had to do a 1-story building there. But those other 4 schools are a prototypical design that we will also use in our 5th elementary school with the 2017 bond.
That's incredible, and I think we have an image of Marcus Whitman that kind of shows what's going on with those new design processes.
And you can see that this is a school that has a lot of light, so some of the windows there are part of our energy efficiency. They allow natural light into the building so that we don't need as much artificial lighting. We have LED lights though there that are very highly efficient. The windows themselves are all double pane windows. We have a heating and ventilating system that's rated at 96% efficiency, so it's a very energy efficient building.
And the HVAC, even, you were telling me, the roofs are tinted, and this is sort of different.
The roofs are tinted and sloped, so all of the HVAC equipment, the coolers and the boilers are all under protection. They're not on the rooftops, so they're not exposed to the climate, and so that our technicians could get in there and maintain them and repair them on a regular basis regardless of the weather.
So efficient on very many levels.
Absolutely.
And also safety has been a big concern in moving forward.
You know, all the national attention on problems that happen at schools, so we did incorporate a number of safety items in there. We have concrete barriers in front of the school to prevent accidental or intentional driving into the school. We have electronically closed doors that can be locked from a central location to keep people out when we need to do that. We have a vestibule that visitors have to be buzzed into so that we can control who's entering the school, and we can check their ID or make sure that they are allowed into the school. So a variety of different emergency and safety features built in.
Well, that is very important for our young ones and our staff out there.
Absolutely. That was one of our high priorities.
And the last project on the 2013 bond is Jefferson
Elementary. We've begun construction on that. They're doing the CMU walls right now. We've already got the foundation in place. The school is due to be open in August of 2018, about a year from now. It'll be full of students. We're really enthused about that. It's right on GWA, so it's very visible. And the playground will be actually behind the school, so it'll be protected from GWA. It'll be the same design as Marcus Whitman and the other schools, so we can do it quickly and efficiently and know what we're getting.
So almost done with the 2013 bond, and then this year, the amazing voters out there approved yet another bond for Richland School District.
They did, and one of the things that we are experiencing, as all the Tri-Cities are, is rapid growth. We grew by 400 students this year alone compared to last year this time, and we expect to continue growing by about 400 students every year for the foreseeable future. So we're going to continually be building schools for new enrollment. The school that we have here, do you see Jefferson there? That design is the same design that we're going to use for elementary number 11, which will be built on Belmont Boulevard in West Richland. And that school is in the design phase right now. We have to do site design, site planning. There you see an example of elementary number 11, almost exactly identical to Jefferson Elementary. The site will be a little bit different because it's a different place. It's a little bit more of a slope to the site, and so we have to do site design, but the building itself will be almost entirely identical.
Now, with this $99 million bond that was approved this year, what are some of the other projects aside from this new elementary?
Well, we have 2 new elementaries, elementary number 11 and elementary number 12, and then we will replace both Badger Elementary and Tapteel Elementary. Both of those schools are about 45 years old. They don't meet current seismic codes. They're not large enough. They don't have both cafeteria and gym. So those two schools will be replaced along with the new schools numbers 11 and 12.
So a lot of big things going on.
And in addition to that, we're going to be completely renovating and upgrading the athletic fields at Richland High School and at Hanford High School. So we've got a lot of projects underway. The auditorium at Richland High School will have a complete modernization and update. That auditorium is used heavily by the community as well as by the school district for a lot of different performances of one kind or another. So we're very much looking forward to the upgrade to the auditorium at Richland High.
Absolutely. And another cool thing going on in the Richland School District right now is the one-to-one program with these new Chromebooks.
We are buying Chromebooks as kind of a laptop type computer. It doesn't have its own central processing unit, and so we have to depend on the internet in order to access all the different applications and software. Right now we have about 7,000 of these Chromebooks for our 13,000 students. We're working towards having one for every student in the school district. We're putting that out a little bit at a time, about 1,000 to 1,500 new computers every year until everybody has one. So that's a high priority for us. It's not unique to Richland. Many other school districts are doing that as well. The cost of the Chromebooks has come down so dramatically that we can buy 4 Chromebooks for the price of one desktop computer, so it's cost effective for every student to have one.
That's wonderful. And is it going well thus far?
It's going great. The reaction from the students, from the teachers, and from the parents is terrific. If we have any complaint at all, it's that not every student has them right now. And we are still learning how to use them effectively. So we have to do some professional development, some training for our staff. And it's not just a textbook on a computer. It's in a whole different way to teach. And so we're undertaking that kind of staff development and training for our teachers as well.
It's the way of the future.
It is. And the students are actually more comfortable with it, as you might expect, than many of us adults are.
Sure, they often are. As we move forward, I know we've talked a lot about growth in the school district, and the high schools are pretty crowded right now as is.
They are. Both Hanford High and Richland High, their rated capacity is about 1,600 students, but today they have about 2,100 students each. We have just added 12 new classrooms, both at Hanford and 12 new classrooms at Richland, so that's helping to alleviate some of those overcrowding pressures that we've experienced. But we're starting to look at the need for a third high school too. So the district did purchase 70 acres in West Richland right next to the new Libby Middle School, and we will begin a long-term planning for that. Probably a third high school might open sometime in the next, I think, 5 to 6 years, but we have to begin the planning stages for that right now.
And you have told me that's one of the #1 questions you hear from the people in the public.
That is the #1 question. Every time I talk with either a PTA group or a service club or a booster club, one of the top 2 or 3 questions, the first 2 or 3 questions that I get is almost always, when are you going to build another high school? People realize it's overcrowded and they're excited about the opportunity to build another one.
That is exciting for the entire community. And over these last few years, that's almost $300 million in bonds.
It will be.
How proud are you guys of everything you've been able to accomplish through that?
This is absolutely a terrific thing. The students and the staff and the families alike are realizing the benefits of modern schools that are equipped with the efficient electrical systems, the efficient HVAC systems that have all the capacity for both safety and for sound and for the computers and all the electronic equipment that we're using today. They're seismically safe. They're set up there. They will last for a long time.
And that's something that's sort of different than schools in the past. They weren't always built to be grown into as they have had to be now.
That's right. There was a time, basically the baby boom generation was producing so many students so fast that the emphasis at that point was on building schools fast with a low initial cost without a concern for the long-term longevity of the school. So today we are concerned about the longevity of the school. We're building schools that will last for at least 50 years, perhaps longer with appropriate maintenance. And we do have a detailed preventive maintenance system with a very strong maintenance staff, so we are going to maintain these schools very effectively for the long term.
That's wonderful to hear. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Schulte. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm glad to be here today, and I look forward to talking to more with the community about good things we're doing in our schools.
We'll be right back with more Focus on Learning with the Richland School District.